In the meantime, the International Monetary Fund has sounded a warning that the global public debt is highly elevated and could exceed $100 trillion by the end of this year. The warning came today in the latest fiscal monetary report of the IMF, forecasting the sovereign debt risk outlook are tilted to the upside, calling for larger fiscal adjustments, the rebuilding of fiscal buffers, among other measures.
Thanks you all for your interest in the Fiscal Monitor covering fiscal policies all around the world. Deficits are high and global public debt is very high, rising and risky. Global public debt is projected to go above $100 trillion this year. At the current pace, the global debt to GDP ratio will approach 100% by the end of the decade, rising above the pandemic peak. But the message of high and rising debt masks considerable diversity across countries. I will distinguish three groups. Public debt is higher and projected to grow faster than pre-pandemic in about 1/3 of the countries. These include not only the largest economies, China and the United States, but also other large countries such as Brazil, France, Italy, South Africa, and the United Kingdom, representing in total about 70% of global GDP. In another 1/3 of the countries, public debt is higher, but projected to grow slower or decline compared with pre-pandemic. In the rest of the world, debt is lower than pre-pandemic. The Fiscal Monitor makes the case that public debt risks are elevated and prospects are worse than they look. The Fiscal Monitor presents a novel framework, Debt at Risk, that illustrates risks around the most likely debt projection at various time horizons. Here, we concentrate on the next 3 years. Our analysis shows that risks to public debt projections are tilted to the upside. In a severe adverse scenario, public debt would be 20 percentage points of GDP above the baseline projection. In most countries, fiscal plans that governments have put in place are insufficient to deliver stable or declining public debt ratios with a high degree of confidence.